Guys, we have a build today. Welcome collectors, and look at this. We just got this big box, the 1989 Lego Batmobile, set 76139. And this set has 3,306 pieces. So this is going to be an undertaking. This is going to be a nice build, I'm telling you. But I'm super stoked. The box is big, got great graphics on it, and I just can't say enough good things about it. Just the box itself, it looks good. They did a good job with the photography and the design. So let's go ahead and let's start building this big bad boy. Alright guys, this will be a speed build, and hopefully as we are building this piece, I'm able to give you a little backdrop on some of the previous pieces or sets that came about before I was able to purchase this. The first set that I ever got that was of a big scale was the Ultimate Batmobile, and that was set 7784 back in 2006. And when I got that, I thought I already had the Ultimate Batmobile, and that they were not going to come out with any other sets besides that, because Lego being Lego, sometimes it's a bit challenging designing something that you could actually make look like the actual vehicle. Well, I was wrong in that, because the Tumbler came out in 2014, set 76023, based off of the Christopher Nolan movie. And I was blown away by that and wanted to get it, had the opportunity, and casually forgot about it. And then I saw it again, I think on eBay, and that kind of stoked my interest again. So I said, I'm gonna go ahead and save my money to get this piece, this set, and other things came about, other collectibles that I wanted to get, other Batmobiles or versions of the Batmobiles came out, so I wanted to get those. So that kind of got set on the side, and then 2019 comes around, and they have this, and I wanted to get this one, probably more so than the Tumbler. Even though the Tumbler is a nice looking piece, it's in the same scale, I still wanted to get this, and I almost didn't get this. And the only reason I got this was I got reminded that it's already available when I saw a review done on YouTube. And so when I did go and get it or ordered it, it was of course past November, and when they released it in November, they had that package with the mini version of it. So I did miss getting that one, but that's okay. Hopefully there'll be other opportunities where I can get that, but that's not as important as getting this one, because if I had ignored this one, I probably would have paid more for it later on, much like what the Tumbler is right now, because it is probably cost more than this one now because of how rare it is, maybe, or just trying to get it from the right seller. But anyway, enough with that. As you can see, I'm just completing some of the front and side of the vehicle, and the build itself, it took me about roughly, if you combine everything, the hours that I put in, I think roughly 2.5 to 3 days. So that was not too bad. I did take my time on it because I really wanted it to savor the time building this vehicle, because once you put it together, you don't want to take it apart. I mean, it is a nice display piece, it's a nice conversation piece, and just overall, the design team at Lego just outdid themselves by making this and just producing this. It is a great piece. So as you can see from this speed build, I am slowly completing the driver area, or I would like to call it the cockpit, where he has the switches, the shifters, the steering wheel, you know, the control center of the Batmobile. So, and they did a good job with that as well. The design, the canopy, the windshield, the way it slides back and forth. Totally nice, totally great the way they designed that. It's outstanding, and also some of the I think the one thing that I wish they would have put more on is probably the smooth bricks, because I think that would have given a little bit more refined look. There's areas where they're still exposed, but then again, you're talking about a Lego model here, so you gotta, you know, in some way or other, let them know that it is a Lego piece. It's not a solid piece of toy that you can play around with. It's just a display piece. It's put together brick by brick, and so with that, you know, you gotta limit how you put together the car, or how the car is put together, because then it loses its identity if you cover it. So some of the pieces that shows that it's a Lego piece. So with that, I totally respect him for doing that, if that was the intent. But with that, I'm just gonna let you guys look at the build and enjoy it. Hopefully Lego will someday build, and this is just wishful thinking, the 1966 Batmobile, based on the 60s TV show starring Adam West, in the same scale as this Batmobile, because then I think they would just outdo themselves by if they create something like that, because a smaller version of that isn't going to do it justice. Much like a smaller version of this piece, if they did a smaller version and released it, it's not going to do it justice, especially if you're going for detail. So I hope they do sometimes in the foreseeable future. Maybe this designer out there will design a 1966 version of the Batmobile. That would be great. And with that, I'm just going to leave you guys to look at the final segments of this build, and then we're going to take a look at the completed vehicle and rotate it so you can see it from all angles. Alright guys, so anyway, enjoy. Well, this was a fun build, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, because it did, even though it did take a while to build it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And so I hope with that, you guys give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and also leave me a comment below and hit that notification bell. And I did leave a link below for those who want to acquire this. It is still out there. So um, with that, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and we'll see you soon on this Frugal Man's Bat Cave.